We're going to make a mushroom corn chowder dairy free, and all the ingredients are there except I'm not showing the flour. I'm going to make a little slurry with flour and water towards the end, which will give it a more whiter color, thicken it slightly instead of using a roux, because I have a chicken stock which has enough chicken fat sitting on it which will take the place of the fat if I were to be making a roux, because I don't want to lose the flavor of that fat, the chicken fat. Anyway, we have corn, bacon, mushrooms, scallions, celery, onions, a couple of garlic cloves, and this much fresh thyme, which I'm just going to throw in when I sweat up the vegetables a little, and then the stems will come off very easily later. The corn is going to be cooked into the soup since it's fresh corn. I want the flavor of the corn, the cob, into the stock. I'm going to sweat up all the vegetables. You have small dice, the thyme. It doesn't matter if the vegetables are a little larger or smaller. It may seem like it's a lot, but all of this shrinks to nothing. So we're going to sweat this up. You could have a little color. It doesn't really matter. It's up to the individual. We don't have to put any oil in there because the bacon is in there. And the thyme, I just throw in there like that, and later just pick out the stems. Is that being lazy? Well, in a way, yes. But it works. And I'm the one who has to pick it out, not you. And a couple of bay leaves in there. And don't forget, this is not gluten free. This is dairy free. So we're not using any cream or milk in this. Not saying that it isn't better with cream and milk. If it wasn't dairy free, I would make a butter roux to thicken this. But instead, I'm just going to take some flour and water and whip them up together and add it towards the end. Now, in a few minutes, what I'm also going to do is I want the full flavor of this fresh corn. So I'm going to take this nice sweet corn, put it in here, then put the chicken stock. And if you don't want to use chicken stock because you're a vegan, so put water. Alright, so we'll do this for another 2 minutes. No sense in you just watching me do it. Well, it's sweat up long enough. Now we'll put the chicken stock. I'm going to put two quarts. So it matters how much you put in, because you don't want to have too much liquid for the amount of vegetables that are in there. So we'll let this come to a quick boil. Then I'll simmer it for 20 minutes. Take the corn out. Cut the corn off the cob. Make this slurry of flour and water. Add it back in. Watch it thicken up just a little bit. And then we'll season it. And at the very end, add the scallions for color. So now I'll remove the corn. It has cooked long enough. I added salt and pepper already. I'm going to put the slurry in there. Notice it's reduced quite a bit, which is good. And let's see how this slurry is going to affect the appearance. And we don't want to waste what's in here, so we just take a ladle and ladle some of the soup. Now I use shiitake mushrooms. If you use the button mushrooms, the white ones, the color would be whiter. This is good. We leave this cooking. Then we're going to cut the corn off right away. Now we'll add the rest. The corn, which has been cut off the cob, and the scallions. So like I said, the stems come off very easily. There they are. I'll put them in a plate, take a look, and see how nice it looks and tastes. This mushroom corn chowder will give you 2 quarts and a few teaspoons of soup. If you come out with more than that, you have to reduce it down to about 2 quarts, or else the strength won't be there, plus you'll have too much liquid for the amount of solids that are in there. And I taste everything. That's in there. Nice and flavorful, nothing too strong. The right amount of salt and pepper for people who don't want a lot of salt and pepper. So the individual could always add a little bit more to their plate. So this 2 quarts plus a little bit more is enough if you're serving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So enjoy it.